Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of the 24th of March, 2015. The essence is, sweet children, you are now exiting through the gate of the old world and entering the land of peace and the land of happiness. You are entering Shanti Dham and Sukh Dham. Only the Father shows you the path to liberation and liberation in life. Only the Father shows you the path to Mukti and Jivan Mukti. The question is, what is the best karma at the present time? What is the best karma at the present time? The answer is, the best karma is to become a stick for the blind in your thoughts, words and deeds. The best karma is to become Andho ki lathi in your thoughts, words and deeds. You children should churn the ocean of knowledge. You children should do Vichar Sagar Manthan, about which words should be written so that people can find the path home to liberation as well as to the land of liberation in life, so that people can easily understand that the path to peace and happiness is shown here. Om Shanti. Have you heard of the magician's lamp? Aladdin's lamp has also been remembered. What does Aladdin's lamp or the magician's lamp show you? It shows Vaikunt, heaven, the land of happiness. A lamp is called a light. At present, there is darkness. You children are now holding fairs and exhibitions to show everyone the light. You're spending so much money and beating your heads. You ask, Baba, what shall we call it? Bombay is called the gateway of India. Steamers first dock in Bombay. In Delhi too, there is the India Gate. This here is our gate to liberation and liberation in life. There are two gates. There are always two gates, in and out. One is for entering and the other is for exiting. It is the same here. We come into the new world, then go out of the old world and return to our home. However, we are unable to return home by ourselves because we have forgotten our home. The guide is needed. We have found him, and he is showing us the way. You children know that Baba is showing you the way to liberation and liberation in life, peace and happiness. Therefore, you should write, Gateway to the land of peace and the land of happiness. You have to churn this. They have many thoughts about what liberation is and what liberation in life is. No one knows what these are. Everyone wants peace and happiness. Let there be peace and also wealth and prosperity. These only exist in the golden age. Therefore, gateway to Shanti Dham and Sukh Dham should be written. Otherwise, gate to purity, peace and prosperity. These words are good. These three things do not exist here. Therefore, it should be explained that all of these existed in the new world. God, the Father, the Purifier, is the one who establishes the new world. Therefore, we definitely have to exit this old world and return home. So, this is the gate to purity, peace and prosperity. Baba likes this name. In fact, although it is Shiv Baba who carries out the opening, he does it through us Brahmins. There are many opening ceremonies in the world. Some are for hospitals, some are for universities, but this inauguration only takes place once, and only at this time. This is why a lot of thought is given to this. Some children have written, Brahma Baba should come and inaugurate this. We should invite both Bap and Dada. The father says, you are not allowed to go anywhere outside. The conscience does not allow me to go to inaugurate it. Anyone can inaugurate it. It will be published in the papers. Prajapita Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. This name is good. Prajapita means the father of everyone. He is no less. The father himself carries out the ceremony. He is the Karan Karavan Har. It should remain in your intellects that you are establishing heaven. Therefore, you should make so much effort to follow Srimad. At the present time, through your thoughts, words, and deeds, there is only one best karma, and that is to become a stick for the blind. People even say, "Oh God, give a stick to the blind." All are blind. Therefore, the Father comes and becomes that stick. He gives the third eye of knowledge, through which you go to heaven, number-wise, according to the effort you make. It is number-wise. This is a very big hospital cum university. It has been explained that the Father of all souls is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and the Purifier. Remember that the Father, and you will go to the land of happiness. This is hell. It cannot be called heaven. There is only one religion in heaven. When Bharat was heaven, there were no other religions there. Simply to remember this, to be Manmana Bhav. In heaven, we were the masters of the whole world. You do not even remember this. It is in your intellects that you have found the Father. Therefore, you should have the happiness of that. However, Maya is no less. Even after belonging to such a Father, you are unable to have that much happiness. You continue to choke. Maya repeatedly makes you choke. She makes you forget to have remembrance of Shiv Baba. Then you say, I am unable to stay in remembrance. The Father makes you dive deep into the ocean of knowledge, whereas Maya makes you flounder in the ocean of poison. Some flounder about in a great deal of happiness. The Father says, remember Shiv Baba. Nevertheless, Maya makes them forget. They don't have remembrance of the Father. They don't even know the Father. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness. He is the one who finishes all our sorrow. People go to the Ganges to bathe because they consider the Ganges to be the purifier. In the Golden Age, you won't say that Ganges removes your sorrow or erases your sins. Sages and holy men, etc., all go and sit on the banks of a river. Why do they not sit on the shore of an ocean? You children are now sitting on the shore of the ocean. Many children come to the ocean. It is understood that these small and large rivers have emerged from the ocean. The names Brahmaputra and Sindh Saraswati are given to them. The Father explains, children, you have to pay a lot of attention to your thoughts, words, and deeds. Never become angry. Anger first arises in the mind, and then in the words and deeds. These are three windows. This is why the Father explains, sweet children, do not talk unnecessarily. Stay in silence. When something emerges in words, it will also happen in your deeds. Anger first arises in the mind, and then comes out in words and deeds. It comes out of all three windows. It will first enter the mind. People of the world continue to cause sorrow for one another. They continue to fight. You must not cause sorrow for anyone. You shouldn't even have a thought of that. It is very good to remain in silence. The Father comes and opens the gate to heaven, that is, the gate to peace and happiness. He only tells you children this. He tells you children to tell others. Purity, peace, and prosperity only exist in heaven. You have to understand how you can go there. The Mahabharata war also opens the gates. Baba continues to churn the ocean of knowledge about what name should be given. By churning this ocean of knowledge in the morning, you're able to extract the butter. Good suggestions emerge. This is why Baba says, wake up in the morning, remember the Father, and churn the ocean of knowledge about what name should be given. Think about this. Some of you are able to come up with good ideas. You now understand that to change an impure person to a pure one means to change him from a resident of hell into a resident of heaven. Deities are pure. This is why people bow down in front of them. Although it's against the rules for you to bow down to anyone now, you have to continue to act tactfully. Sages consider themselves to be elevated and pure, and everyone else to be impure and degraded, even though you know that you are the most elevated. When someone greets you with the palms together, you have to respond to him. When they greet you in that way, you have to respond the same way. If you do not interact with them tactfully, you will be unable to catch hold of them. You need plenty of tact. When death is standing over people's head, they all remember God. Nowadays, many things will continue to happen accidentally. Gradually, the fire will spread. The fire will start abroad, and then gradually, the whole world will burn away. At the end, only you children will remain. You souls will be purified, and you will then receive the new world. You children take new notes for the world. You rule there. Aladdin's lamp is also famous. By making such notes, you will receive limitless treasures. This is accurate. You know that by giving a signal, Aladdin instantly grants you visions. Simply remember Shiv Baba, and you will all have visions. Devotees receive visions by doing intense devotion. Here, you receive visions of your aim and objective. Therefore, you can remember Baba in heaven a great deal. You will continue to see it again and again. Those who are clever and remain engaged in remembrance of Baba and this knowledge will be able to see the scenes and scenery at the end. The destination is very high. To consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father is not like going to your auntie's home. It requires a lot of effort. Remembrance is the main thing. Just as Baba is the bestower of divine vision, in the same way, you will become bestowers of divine vision for yourself. On the path of devotion, it is after they remember God with a lot of intensity that they have a vision. It is as though they become bestowers of divine vision through their own efforts. By remaining engaged in making effort to have remembrance, you will remain very happy and also have visions. You will be able to forget the whole of this world and become stable in the awareness of Manmanabhav. What else do you need? You will then leave your body with the power of yoga. There is effort in devotion. Effort is required in this too. Baba continues to show a first-class method of making effort. By considering yourself to be a soul, you will lose the awareness of the body. It will be as though you become equal to the Father, and you will continue to have visions. There will also be a lot of happiness. The result of the final time has been remembered. You also have to remain detached from your own name and form. Therefore, what would your stage become if you remembered the names and forms of others? Knowledge is very easy. The ancient yoga of Bharat has been remembered. There is magic in it. There is jadoo in it. Baba has explained that those who have knowledge of the Brahm element also leave their bodies like this. They say, I am a soul, and I will merge into the Supreme Soul. However, no one can merge. They have knowledge of the Brahm element. Baba has seen that they leave their bodies simply whilst they're sitting. The atmosphere is very peaceful, and there is dead silence. It is the ones who are on the path of knowledge, the ones who are able to remain peaceful, who experience that dead silence. However, some children are still babies. They continue to fall down again and again. A lot of incognito effort is required in this. The efforts of those on the path of devotion are visible. They turn the beads of a rosary. They sit in a little hut and do devotion, whereas here you stay in remembrance whilst walking and moving around. No one is able to see that you're claiming a kingdom. You have to settle all your karmic accounts with yoga. They cannot be settled with knowledge. The accounts will be settled with remembrance. The sufferings of karma will be settled with remembrance. This is incognito. Everything that Baba teaches you is incognito. Acha, to the sweetest beloved long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. The first point is, never become angry in your thoughts, words, or deeds. Never become angry in mansa, vacha, or karmana. Pay a lot of attention to these three windows. Do not talk unnecessarily. Do not cause sorrow for one another. The second point is, remain intoxicated in knowledge and yoga. Remain mast in knowledge and yoga, and see the scenes and scenery at the end. Finish any consciousness of the body by forgetting your own name and form and the names and forms of others, and remain in the awareness of being a soul. The blessing for today is, may you be a ruler of the globe who has divorced the sleep of carelessness and become a conqueror of sleep. May you be a ruler of the globe. May you be Chakravarti who has divorced the sleep of carelessness, who has given talak to the sleep of albelepan and become a conqueror of sleep and become Nindrajit. The explanation is, in order to be an image that grants visions, in order to be Sakshatkar Murt to devotees and grant visions, become a ruler of the globe, become a conqueror of sleep. When you forget the time of destruction, you fall asleep in the sleep of carelessness. Listen to the calls of the devotees. Listen to the cries of sorrow of unhappy souls. Listen to the prayers of thirsty souls, and you will never fall asleep in the sleep of carelessness. Now, be a constantly ignited light, divorce the sleep of carelessness, and become an image that grants visions. The slogan is, be cooperative in the Father's task in any way, with your body, mind, wealth, thoughts, words, and deeds, and you will become an easy yogi. Become cooperative, become sayogi in the Father's task in any way, with your body, mind, and wealth, with your tan, man, or dhan, with your thoughts, words, and deeds, with your man, vani, and karma, and you will become an easy yogi, and you will become a Sahaj yogi. Om Shanti.